Hey everybody, here I am live, well, not live anymore because it's being recorded, from the early access event. Wizards has invited me to this event and given me a stocked account. I've been streaming it all day, but I thought I'd record something to go up on YouTube later. So, this is the weirdest thing that I played all day, but also possibly the most fun. The second half of my stream was basically dedicated towards finding what I could do with Dread Presence. This card is really fun to play with and super powerful. And there are a few different ways you can play with it. One is just kind of the fair way, just like hitting land drops, drawing cards, picking things off. And the other way is to cheat, to make lots of lands enter all at the same time and blow people up. I had more fun the second way. I was playing a lot with Scapeshift, and I have worked out a few versions that I think are okay with that, but what I was also trying was this, which is basically using the Mending of Dominaria and World Shaper to make a whole lot of lands enter from the graveyard at the same time and try to blow someone up with Dread Presence that way. So basically, here's how the deck works. We use cards like Stitcher's Supplier, Glowspore Shaman, World Shaper, and Discovery to fill up our graveyard, both with targets for things like, basically targets for Blood for Bones, but mostly just for lots and lots of lands. And then we are going to get a Dread Presence down and try to have one of these make all the lands that we filled up into the graveyard enter the battlefield. We can use something like Blood for Bones to rebuy Dread Presence. That's why we don't just have the graveyard creatures. We've got some Yarok's Fenlurker as a value card that we're fine with sacking away. You could play Burglar Rat, but our deck is really, really good at casting the Fenlurker, so I think this is a little bit better. We can also use the Mending of Dominaria, which again is basically an all-at-once combo deck. It fills up our graveyard, it can rebuy Dread Presence, and then it also returns all the lands and ends the game. Or we can kind of do it both halves individually. We can just play the Dread Presence and then a World Shaper, and then either use Blood for Bones or Vraska to kill our World Shaper, get all the lands back, and go off that way. And what's appealing to me about this is, like I said, we have like this sort of awkward combo, the all-in-one combo, which, if you've ever played a combo deck, if one card can be both halves, that's pretty appealing. But we can also just play fair. Like, we're not great at it, but just playing a Dread Presence and then hitting land drops and drawing extra cards is pretty powerful. The one other card that we're playing that just really fits with what we're doing is Creeping Chill. This, we're pretty likely to be able to mill it with either Stitcher's Supplier or Glowspore Shaman or this or whatever. And if we do, then that's great. It's just free damage and free life. And it also, it makes our combo kind of work. Like, the thing about the other versions with Scapeshift is you can just wait to do them until you have enough lands, and then you go off and you win the game. This deck, we, like, kind of don't get to control how many swamps are in our graveyard. If we mill 20 cards and we hit these 7 lands and no swamps, well, then we kind of need some help. And so Creeping Chill can often do the last little bit of damage to make Dread Presence actually finish them off. So yeah, this deck is super sweet. If not amazing, it probably needs some tuning and some things to be changed, but I'm liking what it's got going on so far, so let's go ahead and get into some games. Alright, game 1 with the Mending. Sure, I like what this hand's got going on. So here, we're probably just going to lead on the Fenlurker, go ahead and hit a card out of their hand, and probably protect us. A lot of people are playing like aggro decks of varying flavors right now, so we kind of want to gum up the board. Conveniently also gives us something to sack to Blood for Bones later. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and do this now. One thing that might be what we end up doing is we just play this, try to hit land drops with Discovery, get a Dread Presence down, and then start going at it with World Shapers, and hopefully using one of them to win the game. That is scary, very big. I've seen a lot of people trying to make this work. More power to them. It seems really tough. It is really not that hard to just chump block something like this forever. If we hit a land, we can Vraska to kill it, so that's pretty nice. I'm just gonna go ahead and take 7 from the first one. Okay. I looked at playing something like this too, just sort of Jund Dinos type strategy. I'm actually gonna hit... No, I'm gonna hit the Rotting Regisaur. I don't want to just die to that thing. That said, they might just start playing like Ripjaw Raptors and we're just gonna lose, but c'est la vie. They're almost out of cards, but we're getting kind of low and our hand's really bad. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. Yeah, they get to just plink her off with Llanowar Elves. This is very bad.
I won't forgive this.
None of these cards do anything, so I'm gonna look for something that does. Okay, I'm just gonna pack it in. Go ahead and move on to the next game. That was pretty ugly. Okay, second game. Hopefully less ugly. Yeah, that was really bad. This hand is much better. Like, it just has the cards that we already want to see. We're gonna fill up our graveyard. Hopefully hit all 4 Creeping Chills in the first couple turns. So there are advantages and disadvantages to what I'm playing here versus what I was trying with, like, Scapeshift. This version seems to be less consistent. You got a lot of really, honestly, just very bad cards in this deck. Yeah, there we go. And you don't have nearly as many bad cards in the Scapeshift version. But this just has the potential to be so much more explosive. So let's do this in this order. Set up our draw for the next turn. Do we want this? I don't think so. Let's keep it on top since I'm drawing it. If I were surveilling there, I would have thrown it into the yard, because our goal, really, is to get as many swamps into the graveyard as possible. Here, I can just go ahead and chump, keep our left total high, and of course we want these to die. I don't mind losing that swamp, especially, like I said, I'm honestly just happy for it to be in the graveyard. So we just hit 3 swamps. Yeah, nice. Okay. Gracious Hydra. Didn't expect that. Interesting. So, they still have a lot of cards in hand, so I don't think we're going to be able to attack it very effectively. Gonna go ahead and bin that, keep that on top. Scry. Again, I don't think this is quite what we want. We really need to find a Dread Presence. I'm a little worried. Like, our life total is still high, but we haven't found a Dread Presence yet. Yeah, and like stuff like this is gonna start getting nasty. Like, this guy's about to hit us really hard. Well, I'm gonna chump this one, but still gonna take 7. I think we might die before we really get going this game. Okay, still haven't found a Dread Presence. Which, again, really not good. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 swamps in the graveyard. Could just play a World Shaper, try to block, and hope to leverage all the mana. Ugh. I don't love this plan, but... like, what I've noticed today, and this will be different tomorrow, people really aren't playing, like, what's really good in the format. Like, I've seen one deck playing 3 mana Teferi all day. Everyone just wants to play with the new cards, and so that means I've just been getting beaten up by a lot of aggro stuff. And that's fine, people can play whatever we want, but it can be a little irritating not to really learn anything about the format, because everyone's just solitaring, which I am too. Like, my deck doesn't interact very well, but... oh well, let's see if we can get some wins out of this. Okay. Trying again. If I lose again, I might consider... ooh, that hand was not good enough, unfortunately. Oh, this is kind of awesome. Get to put this Creeping Chill back in our deck. London Mulligan makes this a lot better. Yeah, if I lose this, I might try one of the other Dread Presence decks. Just call this Adventures in Dread Presence or something like that. Which I guess will be a bit of a spoiler. Okay, those weren't really good hits. Although Mending of Dominaria will still be fine. Yeah. I think we're just gonna get beat up again. I've played against so many red-green dinosaur aggro decks today. Do not need another World Shaper. Yeah, let's go ahead and get in there. Let me guess. Marauding Raptor, I think it's called. The 2-mana Heartless Summoning one. No, almost. Come on. Can't have that many basic land colors. If you're missing a third, get that. If not, it doesn't matter. Yeah, there you go. Ugh, yuck. That is literally the worst draw possible. It's really unfortunate. Yep, there he is. If I've learned anything today, it's that there are 25 ways to build a deck around this card, and they all play the same. You just play big dinos, and then attack, and that's it. That is all your deck is capable of doing. I'm not going to attack anymore, don't want to trigger this, and we can start chumping, milling some more cards into our graveyard. Come on. I promise that this is not that complicated. You play your creature, give it haste, you mush me, things will go well for you. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and chump. I need to fill out my graveyard. This could prevent more damage later, but I think this is how I'm best served for now. We hit 2 swamps there, which is fine. Wow. Yeah, sure. Got my guy locked away. Only got 4 lands. The one thing that's nice about this deck is you can kind of like bridge the gap. Like I can block here, save a bit of life, and then just return a bunch of lands, and then I have way more mana to work with, so I can try to just play the game. This version is not that good at playing the game, though. Our cards just aren't strong enough. My cat is worried about me, as it should be. So we have lots of mana now. Okay, well, we're rebuilding lands and graveyard. Okay. Milling 2 of our Mending of Dominarias is really, really bad. I think I'm gonna use this to slow them down.
I guess today's your lucky day.
Can like trade here. I guess that still just leaves us dead way too fast, but I should have just killed the 3-power one since I'm probably gonna chump with Glowspore and not be able to. Okay, we're just dead. Okay, let's try something different. Be back with a slightly different build of this deck. Okay, this is what my friend Bill built originally. I shifted a few cards, but it's the same general idea. Instead of what I was doing just now, which is load up the graveyard and then combo kill with World Shaper or Mending of Dominaria, this deck is attempting to ramp and then combo kill with Scapeshift, with a few other ramp payoffs. It's a similar idea. We're still just trying to abuse Dread Presence and lots of swamps, but yeah, that's just about it. We're just trying to do that, but this is a ramp deck instead of a graveyard combo deck. So I'm going to go back. This deck won some games before, unlike the graveyard version, so hopefully I can repeat that. Okay. Let's try again, shall we? I thought the graveyard version had potential, but that was really depressing. Oh, I probably shouldn't have kept this, actually. This hand's quite bad. Could get there, though. I talked before about how the deck didn't really have the cards to play the game. Like, we can't just draw some cards and value them out. This deck has some of that same problem, but it doesn't have that problem nearly as badly. Like, we got some pretty bad cards, like Arboreal Grazer, but we've got some real removal, some real other cards like Nisa and stuff like that. We have Reach. Okay, we're gonna need to draw something, though. Dread Presence, Planeswalker, or something like that. Ah, oh, so lucky! This is the other thing that everyone has been playing. It's just like a blue-white flying deck. Oh god, that is the worst draw possible. Alright. And now they know it, since I didn't put anything in. Yeah, favorable wins, sure. Specifically not... Oh my god. Specifically not blocking the Healer's Hawk, because if they had some sort of pump to kill my Arboreal Grazer, I don't want them to pump the creature with lifelink. Oh wow, we can't block anymore? I mean, we can, and I will. Oh. Yeah. The odds of us hitting 5 lands without a blue land are, like, really low. But that hasn't stopped that from happening to me many times today. Yeah, we're just, like, super dead already. Especially with how much life they're gaining, we wouldn't be able to combo kill anyway. Oh, man, things are not gonna get better, are they? But I won't stop trying. At least not yet. Alright. I don't remember what game. I don't want to remember. But we're still trying to win with whatever you want to call this deck. Alright, Forest, Arboreal Grazer, gonna put in Drowned Catacomb. Oh man, we can slow them down with a Disfigure. Uh-oh. Well, at least we have the mana to cast this now. I'm hanging on to Lomang Shaman. I guess I should have explained that. The issue with the scape shift version of this deck is that we will often we'll just like scape shift and we have to sacrifice a bunch of our swamps, and then we won't have enough swamps left to do what we want to do. Like, we won't be able to kill them. And so we'll kind of, like, halfway need to go off multiple times. I'm just gonna block this. And so if we do that, I need to be able to shuffle some of our cards back in. And this is a good example. So I am actually going to scape shift here. And so we want to grab specifically lands that are not swamps. So get this and this and that. Fortunately, there aren't too many of those. Let's see. We've got... Oh, in the forest. Yeah, whatever. Grab one swamp. And yeah, let's punch Nisa. Wow, we did not find a dread presence there. That's kind of rough. Let's just take these growth spirals. Or get rid of the growth spirals. Let's see, we got one in play, and we have one forest, or one swamp in our graveyard, which means we have 2 of our 16 swamps accounted for. So we've still got plenty of swamps in there. Well, this isn't going super well. Not having found a dread presence yet is kind of rough. These are all swamps, so we can do whatever one we want. I'm just trying to find a dread presence here. No dice. 5 lands left. I think... Well, most of their lands are big elementals anyway. I don't know that we really need to do that much more with that. Look one more time. This is kind of rough. I didn't expect to have so much trouble. Like, we resolved 1 scape shift. There are 26 cards left in our deck, and there are 4 dread presents and 3 more scape shifts. Oh boy. Alright, I'm gonna pitch one of these lands. We still have one in the bank to play, and we're probably gonna have to Loming Shaman some swamps back into our deck anyway. Okay. Yep, sure, you have a Incubation Druid. After we scape shifted with Tatyova out, I did not expect not finding dread presence to be our problem. Oh, huh. This can make these really dangerous. Okay, I want Tatyova out to still be drawing us cards and trying to find us a friggin' dread presence, but... And we have a buffer. She's gained us a lot of life. Yay! Yay! Okay, we still have plenty of mana in play, I think. Let's go big. I'm gonna try to find escape shift and we'll just kill them. If we find it. Oh, if we find a land, we can get it into play with our Boreal Grazer. Yeah, let's do that. Enter's tapped. Oh my gosh. Why is this so hard? Ah! Alright, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 swamps in play. 1, 2, 2. So, 8 accounted for, 8 more in the graveyard. It's like not... Or 8 more in the deck, is what I should say. That's like not super good for us. So, I am going to Loaming Shaman. And I'm going to put back this swamp. Oh, there's... Isn't there an Overgrown Tomb in here? Yeah, there is. Okay, so I was actually incorrect. And then we'll get this escape shift back in there, and I think that's all we want. Yeah. Okay, and now I'm going to pass the turn. If they attempt to adapt this, I'm going to disfigure it. They can adapt again, because this is Gaia's Cradle. So I'm not actually going to do that. So I can use this to possibly save myself. Alright, you have all the mana in the world. Please don't have End-Raze Forerunners. Yep.
The land fights for us.
Yep, sure. Like I mentioned, this is actually really scary because I'm not sure if my opponent realizes this, but they can animate lands that are... Oh, are they going infinite? Yeah, this goes infinite. Wow. Huh. I'm just gonna keep passing priority. I already auto-passed. Why does it keep giving me priority? Okay, I'm gonna cast the only card that I can cast. So I'm gonna disfigure one of these. And then it shouldn't give me priority anymore. So they have all the mana in the universe, and that's fine. This, unlike this ability, so what Nissa does is she makes these into 0/0 creatures and then puts 3 counters on them. Whereas he makes them into 5/5s. So they can potentially all become 8/8s. But because it'll become a 5/5 with 3 counters on it. Oh yeah, okay. Yep, I'm dead. Alright, we got infinite combo. Damn, I thought we were finally gonna win that one, but... Well, let's put no cigar, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna play one more. I hope we can pull out a win. We got so unlucky to lose that last one. Like, it's unreal how many cards we looked at before finding a Dread Presence. And even then, we still only found the one. But, whew. Yeah. I guess I'm glad we're not playing the graveyard version. Here we get to turn 2 Elvish Rejuvenator, which is pretty sexy. We do need to draw payoff, though. Yeah, this is, like, really scary. I think people are kind of sleeping on this, but... Loaming Shaman, notably not very good, since we're getting Leyline of the Voided. And I feel like they're probably not a graveyard deck, so I'm just going to run this guy out. And I could Assassin's Trophy this to try to slow them down, but that gives them a land anyway. I'm just going to look to trophy whatever their payoff is. Oh my. Not totally sure what's going on. They might be playing that, what's it called? The thing that lets you destroy enchantments or artifacts, and it turns them into beast tokens. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Oh, some days it is just not your day. I don't think today is my day. Yeah, you have hexproof, sure. Okay. Land. Liliana. I feel like this is two synergy decks that are both just failing horrifically, and we're just staring at each other, praying for anything. Huh, my creatures can't die. That sucks. That really sucks. We only have one forest in play, so unfortunately cannot power out a Tatiova.
Seek shelter in my stewardship. Neutral, but effective. Rise, my elemental friend.
So let's see. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This takes 8, so they can start activating this, which is really bad for me. I think I will blow that up when they attempt to do so. Like I said, I just want to trophy their payoff, and this is sort of trophying their payoff and their mana at the same time. Oh god, we can't even... Oh, dang it! There's a friggin' Leyline, we can't even combo kill them. Dread Presence targets. Because it can target anything. Well, they conceded anyway. Oh man, that is not my favorite way to win. Fail to win with our combo deck over and over. That opponent just can't beat a ramped out Liliana. But, oh well, that's how things are going to be. Yeah, I think this is how not to play with Dread Presence. Because, like, I tried a bunch of stuff, and this card's really powerful, but that certainly didn't work out. So, hopefully I'll find something better once I have unlimited playtime. I am, for the moment, constrained by the Early Access event. But, yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching me get hit in the face a bunch, and I hope you'll enjoy stuff coming forward. You can subscribe here or follow the Twitch link down below to find more awful decks like this. And yeah, that's all I got for today. Thanks for watching.